And you know, in Sunni tradition, Jesus is given two names, given to no one else. Kalimat Allah, Ruh Allah. Kalimat Allah, Ruh Allah. Word of Allah, Spirit of Allah. We've established, I mean, I can show you the evidence for it. These titles were used by the Najrani Christians. Muhammad had a disputation with a group of Arabic-speaking Christians from Najran. They use these very titles to show, see, you're saying what we say, you're affirming what we affirm. Jesus is the Word of Allah. He came down to Mary. He was spirit and became flesh. This is actually what Christians believe. So my question to you is, the Word of Allah, is it created or uncreated?
Is it created or uncreated? By
the Word of Allah, His Word.
The Word of Allah, that's from Allah.
So it's not created, right?
No.
Good, I'm glad. See, that means you studied theology, your tradition somewhat, that you get Allah's word is uncreated because Allah's never existed without His word, right?
Yeah.
So now, if you had listened yesterday, which you didn't, so I'm gonna have to bring it up. Chapter 4, 171, Surah An-Nisa, as well as Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 39 and 45. Isa is called Kalimatuhu, the word of Him, Kalimat minhu, a word from Him, and Kalimat min Allah, and a word from Allah. He's the only one called the word of Allah. He's the only one called Ruh Allah. So, my question to you, and this is where we're going to proceed. My question to you, Jesus is called the word of Allah. This is taking what the Gospel of John says, that in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God, the Word became flesh. No one else is called the word of Allah. So my first question to you, because I want to see how you're going to answer, is why is He called the word of Allah?
Why is He called the what?
Word of Allah.
The Word of Allah? I mean, from what you're saying, like from, a Christian narrative, then you're probably you cited John, so you're gonna say He's the Word, and the Word was with
from Islamic perspective. Why is He called the word of Allah? From your perspective, Islamic perspective.
Oh, Islamically, because He's a prophet of God. He was sent down from God to
sent down, huh?
So
He sent down, He came down from God.
All prophets are from God, yes.
No, I didn't say that. You said sent down from God. Muhammad was not sent down from God. Adam was not sent down from God. You said Jesus was sent down. I'm glad you said that. That means if He came down, that means He was up. But you're telling me He's called the Word of God because He's a prophet?
Yes. So Jesus is a prophet in Islam, yeah.
Okay, so can you show me where any other prophet is called the Word of God?
Not that I know of.
Yes, exactly, because Jesus is alone called the Word of God. So that can't be the reason. The reason why He's called the Word of God or Word of Allah cannot be because He's a prophet, because that means the title Word of Allah would be common to all of them. But no, Islamic tradition recognizes only Jesus as Kalimat Allah, Word of Allah, and Ruh Allah, Spirit of Allah. So that can't be the reason. So then what is the reason? What is the reason?
I'm not sure.